Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview, starting with the first question. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
Sure thing. So I've been in e-commerce for about 11, 12 years now, and we started this brand, I think it's going on 8 years now. And most of my e-commerce focus for the past 8 years has been on growing and providing for this brand.
So why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
Good question. So earlier this year, I jumped into a pretty big SaaS project, and that has taken up, I would say, 99% of my time right now. And this business is in a great position for anybody who wants to grow a business. And I think it would be better in the hands of somebody who can give it the time it deserves, which I unfortunately do not have these days.
Looking back at your journey with this business, did you learn any interesting lessons or techniques that you think attributed to the business's success?
So I think this is more of a two-part question, as there's aspects of growing a business as well as maintaining it. In respect to growth, we saw a lot of growth last year, expanding the product line and so on and so forth. And I think that in a competitive space like Amazon, it's always good to be innovating and looking to grow every year. So we've got stuff that's cooking for this year in terms of the growth aspect. But in terms of maintenance, I'd say that my involvement there is pretty much checking in, let's say, once a week, making sure that PPC is running okay, making sure that inventory is flowing correctly, images are good, and placing orders when necessary.
On the flip side of the coin, was there anything you tried that didn't quite work out or didn't go according to plan?
Well, I guess this is a good follow-up to the previous question. So there are definitely some low-hanging fruits that we can get into here that I would say are more on the exciting side of growth opportunities for the business. And I think I would prefer to keep that for discussion, as many of those things are kind of top secret in a way. So yeah, feel free to ask me this when we're on a call.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
So I think there's probably two main things that should be taken into consideration when looking at this business and business model. First, it's quite a seasonal product in that it's very popular around the holidays. And so it's important to allocate enough inventory to be available to satisfy that demand around the holidays. Now, at the same time, that leaves a lot of opportunity for growth outside of the holidays that we haven't explored that much. And I would say is one of those low-hanging fruits that I was alluding to before of where one can explore growth opportunities. Second, Amazon is a very competitive space in general. And fortunately, even in the face of that competition, customers still look at our brand as the authority, having been there for 7 years in the review count and so on and so forth. But that, I think, is not enough to just sit on that. I think it's important to always be looking to innovate and to grow, to improve the product, to improve the offer. When you're considering growth, I think it's important that a new potential owner of this business is excited to grow the brand. Because in a competitive space, that I would say is a prerequisite of maintaining competitive, is to be wanting and putting efforts towards growth.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
So for this business, I'm really going to be considering those individuals who I feel are going to be a better fit than myself to grow this business. I would love to see this business 10x in X number of years. And with my focus on other things right now, that's just not going to be a possibility with me at the helm. However, my experience in the business and my ideas are always going to be assisting the new owner to maintaining a competitive advantage. And so beyond the immediate help of getting you off the ground and getting you running here, I would be more than happy to be involved in one way or another to ensuring that you always have the, my secrets and my ideas behind your actions.
Got it. And regarding the sale of the business, would you agree to a non-compete?
Yeah, that's not an issue at all. Non-compete is a pretty standard procedure here.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
Yeah, to be honest, I think I will be more considering those offers that come in from buyers that are looking to close quickly and to close up front.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
So why would this business be worth buying? Well, there's quite a long list of answers to that question that I'd be happy to get into, but for the sake of time, let me keep it to the maybe top 3. So first of all, this is a brand that was built with love from the ground up, with the intention of creating the absolute best option. And I think the success behind this brand is really testament to the market. The market loves the product, and they haven't stopped. It's well established, and it's something that's built with love. And I think that's just such a great foundation to go forward with for somebody who wants to grow something. So that's number 1. Number 2, the relationships with the suppliers and everyone involved in the business are really on a familial level now. These people are family. They jump through hoops and they do everything on time, and everything's great. If things need to be discussed, they're always there, and you really get a VIP treatment when it comes to anything involved with this business. So there's that aspect too. And for anybody who's had to start from the ground up, you know the challenges when it comes to having to source products. So to be at this level is a gift in itself. And let's see if I can think of a third one. A third reason why this business is worth buying. It's fun. It's a fun business. And there are a lot of ways to make money out there. And why not do it in a fun way?
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.